So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and this was a game I had the other evening along with a couple of my old Havoc buddies, DG69 and Shoot and Scoot. And Shoot and I are both in the Krupp-Steyr Waffenträger, the Tier 7 German tank destroyer. This is the premium one that was brought up a while ago, around Christmas time. And here is me trying unsuccessfully to climb up on this slope. It gave it, when this first came out, it was dog slow, and they upped its engine power just a little bit, made it sort of like a Borsig, but it still just isn't enough. Look at this, I'm just sliding down the hill, slowly but surely. It's pretty obvious I'm not going to be able to stay here, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. So ignore the beginning of this game. It does get quite hot and exciting. Look at that, I'm sliding down the hill, just slowly sliding down the hill. Anyway, so I give up on that game and suddenly decide, well, I certainly decide that it's about time I covered the centre, because if you look, our deployment here, an awful lot of enemy tanks, a lot of our tanks are down the 1-2 line. We got a few up on the hill, but not enough in the centre area, and there you go, that's what happens. There comes a little stealth tank, an E25. Now this is, bear with me on this game because it's a long, slow burner. So I'm coming up here to try and support the hill. Not get any eyes on those guys over there. The gun on this is extremely, and there you go, I had a chance to go for the VK but wasn't looking in the right direction, typical. But I am getting assist damage for that, so that's something at least. Tiger 131. This is supposed to be a very accurate gun, 0.32 accuracy. But if you don't fire it properly, you don't do any good, do you? Tiger 131 has died. Oh, hello, little stealth tank. I got spotted, won't get another chance to fire at him. We're 5-2 down. I've missed most of my shots. All going well, really, isn't it? Typical game in World of Tanks. You can see our guys who were on the 1-2 line have pulled right back towards the cap. I'm going to provide some fire support, and this is a position I get myself into, and I think it's actually quite a good little spot. Wasted a shot there on the 87, there's no way I was going to pen him at that sort of angle. T-34 85, however, easy peasy. Ooh, hello. Type 64, no. Now, there weren't an awful lot of TDs in this game, which is kind of what influences the way this game pans out. And I'm doing a combination job here of spotting and firing. Actually, I'm not spotting at the moment because that T21 is spotting, proximity spotting pretty much everything there, but as this game goes on, that's kind of what I end up doing. There's the 80, 82, 87 even. 88, so 82, you'll get there in the end. He gave me his side, so I was able to pen him. 203mm of penetration on this gun. Frontally, I have to hit him in the cupola. But in the side, yeah, don't need to worry so much. Now they're all hiding from me. Why are they hiding? That's not fair. Come out and die. I'd like to get, oh, I can get that E50. E25, that was a poor shot, just how I sort of lifted the gun as I fired. That's better, he's down. Get rid of that little bugger. But I did get spotted for my troubles there. So I pulled back behind this rock. Now unfortunately there's no artillery, but it's 4 plays 7, you can see. We've lost an awful lot of vehicles. I'd like to get that 87 somehow. I can't quite get my gun down. There goes DG, taken out by the Emil on the hill. Ow, I got hit by the Dickomax, I didn't realise he could see me. And I missed my return shot that would have killed him. I was very, in my defence this was quite late at night, and I was very inaccurate. because the gun on this is actually pretty good. But I managed to hit the Dicker Max just as he disappeared off my screen. Oh, hello. There's that T-34-85 we saw earlier. Oof. Hello, Toggy. Doggy, doggy, doggy. Through the turret, the Tog. See, our left wing is in real trouble. There's the Sturm Meal. Wait for my... There goes Shoot. Shoot's died. We pulled it back though. It's 8 plays 10, so that's a lot better. I've done 1300 damage. There's a box tank somewhere around here, so I'm relocating a bit just to get a different angle because they know where I was, and I'm thinking, right, if I can get into a position where they're not quite expecting me, like here. There we go. Hello, box tank. Shame I didn't track him there. I was aiming for a tracking shot, but no joy. Ooh, just missed that shot on the T-37. How many shots have I missed in this game that I probably should have got? What a noob. But it's now 9 plays 10. Box tanks. Oh, there's 2 box tanks in the enemy team. This is what confused me in the game. I thought how did he got up there already? But yeah, there's 2 of them. T-37. Can we get a shot on him? Seems not. Box tank must be able to get a shot on him. Not yet. There's quite a lot of rockery in that edge of that escarpment there. And it looks like you can see people, but you can't. Right, there goes our eyes. The T-21 has died, which is a bit of a nightmare. Because he was proxy spotting pretty much everything for us. But we're still okay. We've got 4 TDs, all base camping. The AT-15A is doing a pretty good job of holding up that Type 64 out there on the wing. Type 64 is a very, very good player. But from what Shoot was telling me on when we were discussing this as we played it, he said that AT-15 was sort of down the dip, and it was almost impossible for the Type 64 to actually get him. Was doing a really good job of frustrating that Super Unicum player. Actually, just Unicum player, not Super Unicum. It's a bit of a stalemate now. The enemy know that they're going to be punished if they come over the hill. I have to commend our IKV 65-2, very, very good player, and rather than sitting back, he actually goes forward to try and proxy spot these guys, and also presumably try and get a shot on anything that drops down the 5 line, which was pretty good of him. I mean, the IKV is pretty mobile little TD, so it's kind of ideal for that kind of role, but still, he is a TD, and you know, many people would be surprised if he just base camped with me, but he doesn't. So hats off to him. So we just sort of pause for a bit. Both sides unsure what to do next. Oh, there we go. There's the proxy spot. They've got a two tank advantage, and one of those is, well, in fact they've got 2 autoloaders, T-37 and a T-71, both of which can cause a real mess to our light skinned TDs. And there we go, there goes one of them. That's good. So 10 plays 11, pulled it back a bit. Type 64 and the AT-15A still having their private battle. Oh, there's the box tank. Can we get a shot on him? Ah, the box tank got the AT in the end. So we've got 3 left, they've got 5 left. There's the Emil. Can we get shot on him? Oh, wasted it. That was frustrating. Tough angle. Just got the top of his tank there. In hindsight, probably should have loaded HE there, but hey, what can you do? In the heat of battle. Can't see that guy, but doesn't matter. The IKV gets him. Oh, here comes the Type 64. There's not much I can do except cover that guy, because he finally does get the Type 64. Good job by the IKV there, definitely. I could have tried to go over help him against the Type 64, but the trouble is I was worried about the Emil and the box tank coming down the other side of him, so I thought, right, I'm better off covering him. It's just the two of us left. He's on 40 health. I'm on 506, so I've got loads of health. So I got the lion's share of the health. So I'm going back to the bush I was in to begin with, because I rather prefer this one. It's got better gun depression and also angling into both the 1-2 line and the middle area is better from here. Well, there's the box tank. Swing the gun round. There we go. Oh, nice, and tracked him. Come on, reload, reload, reload. Not going to get another shot. Oh. 271. Trying to make sure I'm covered from him, but so far he's not showing me enough to shoot him. Box tank's disappeared again. No sign of the Emil. Where the hell is he? It's really tense. I remember the game itself was kind of fun, because Shoot was still chatting away, telling me where things, you know, keep an eye on what, and if he saw something, and that makes a big difference when you're platooning with somebody who's you got another set of eyes basically. Also, he's able to go and see what the perspective is from the other players. Well, the IKV now, but when there were others around, then he could go and see what they were seeing, and that makes a big difference too. So use your platoon mates, definitely use them. It's 2 plays 3, and there you go. That's the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Now, is anybody going to make a play for it? And I was debating what to do here, because I probably got more health than anybody else left on either team. Well, in fact, I definitely have more health than anybody left on any of either team. However, the box tank and the Emil probably can one-shot me, and the T-71 can also clip me. So, although I've got more health, I lose it very, very rapidly. So I was a bit loath to move just yet. Time will tell whether that was a good call or not. T-71. No gaps there to put a shot through, even speculative, and I didn't want to fire to give away my position. He's clearly going round to the 1-2 line. Or is that a double bluff? Only a minute left. Ooh, there's the Emil. Come on. He's down. Good. Oh, but... Okay, there's the box tank. Get him as he drops down. Gonna stay where I am because I need to get that kill. There we go. He's down. Right, and there's the 71. 40 seconds left. He takes out the IKV. Fire a shot of where he used to be. And this is probably where I lost the game, because I should have just carried on straight at him, because the chances are he was on a reload, because he made no effort to come for me at all. But you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing, right? So I'm going to rush towards him. 15 seconds left. Can I get there in time? He's only on 11 health. I can pretty much ram him to death. There he is, but the game finishes just before I can. Would you believe it? What a God, what a finish, just for another few seconds more. So a few more seconds and we might have had the win, and I probably I don't know, looking back at it, Could I have done much different? Probably should have made a play slightly earlier, but as I said in the commentary, the trouble is the box tank, all 3 tanks that were remaining at the end of the game there could one-shot me effectively. The 71 couldn't one-shot me, but he could clip me very, very easily. Now he was only on 11 health, so possibly I should have gone for it, but you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I'm not Circon or somebody like that, thinks very clearly in that kind of situation, and it was very, very intense. So it was a draw, which is just like a loss in terms of result, which is a shame, but we did get an ace out of it. Got fighter, 5 for effect, and high caliber. Finished up top of the team. Let's just do that right, there we go. 2,500 damage, 4 kills, 693 base XP. This guy, shout out to the guy in the IKV. Yeah, 2,000 damage and 3 kills. Very, very good result. Shoot had an okay gain, 1,700 damage and 349 base XP. I fired 23 shots, I wasted shots all over the place. Only hit with 14 and penned with 13. Took 1 hit myself, that was it. 950 assistance damage. Got a courageous resistance badge, so that gave me extra credits, 82 and nearly 83,000. Costs were minimal, 75 profit on what is statistically a loss is a pretty good return for a tier 7, and 2,000 XP for the crew. So there you go, just a second more, that's all I needed. Just for, well, a second more, I need a few more, so about 5 seconds more, 10 seconds more, and I would have had that game. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, never mind. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, please. In the meantime, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously. This is GamerDom signing out.